Hello and welcome to another episode of a One Take Wednesday. If you're new to these, welcome aboard. These are a series of videos I do every single week where I discuss a hockey-related topic and I do it in a single take, hence the name. That means no jump cuts, no edits, no nothing, just straight up raw footage for your viewing pleasure. Now, this week I want to discuss something that I wish the NHL would do a lot more. And that's the idea of allowing teams to play color versus color. Now, we see this a whole lot over in Europe with European soccer and, in other places around the world. But not in the United States all that much. We don't see teams going color versus color with their uniforms. And it's really been kind of an archaic tradition that it's been a color versus a white team, all because of television way back when. That was just, not in color, grayscale, black and white, whatever you want to call it. So the white versus the color, or the dark, was kind of the way to make it so that people viewing it on the television when it was kind of starting to boom up in popularity, so they could actually see which team is which. But now in the era of high-def television and everything, it's not really a valid excuse anymore. Obviously, there are people who are colorblind, so you still have to be wary of certain color matchups. But for the most part, this is something that can still easily be done. We're starting to see it more with the NBA, going dark versus dark or color versus color sort of matchups with all the different uniforms their teams have. You've started to see it with the NFL, doing color rush matchups. Now, the only issue I've had with color rush in the NFL is that some of those uniforms have just been atrociously designed, but that's not really, the same as the fact that they're doing color versus color. The NHL has been hesitant with doing this, although this week the Carolina Hurricanes will be doing exactly that. They are actually bringing their red home uniforms on the road trip. They're going to be wearing it every single game on the road trip. And on Friday, against the Anaheim Ducks, they will be wearing red as the Ducks wear their black uniforms. Red versus black color matchup. It should be pretty interesting to see. It should be a good-looking matchup. It's funny because in the NHL, a lot of people consider that the best-looking game that has been done, especially in recent memory, has been the Winter Classic between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings. Red versus blue matchup in that game looked outstanding. It was such a beautifully looking game. Now, it was also outdoors. It was snowing. It was just kind of picturesque, but still, it just looked beautiful. And I've always been of the opinion that the Battle of Alberta should always be red versus blue, Flames versus Oilers. That matchup should always be the same. I mean, you look at college football, UCLA and USC does it all the time. Even though it's against NCAA rules, they still, kind of snot at them and do it anyway. I'd love to see this happen with the NHL, become more and more prevalent. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of either on the fence of, because the home team used to wear white, they would love to see the home teams wear white again, so they get to see the visitors wear color, and so they get to see more color as they watch their team play throughout the year, see different colors throughout the year. And then you got the other group of people who love that their home team wears color at home. This is kind of the best of both worlds. If your team is wearing their color at home and the other team is still allowed to wear color, if it doesn't clash, then you have both kind of sets of people happy. I'd love to see this become more and more popular with the NHL, and hopefully this game on Friday between the Hurricanes and the Ducks is a good one, and maybe, hopefully, convinces the NHL to allow more teams to do it. But that's my opinion on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Let me know down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always, but most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.